All right, so I do want to start off this video by saying I was right. Obviously I didn't get the video like I did last time for the Islam fight. You guys know the last pay-per-view or the last card I did a video on. I predicted that Islam would finish the fight in the first round. For this fight specifically, with Nasruddin versus IZZY, I honestly thought that Nasruddin would be able to get the wrestling going and win the fight. And the title of the video is going to be Nasruddin Imavov is going to put an end to Israel, put an end to Israel Adesanya. But there's a little bit of two things I'll say that stopped me from making that video. One was a little bit of laziness, and two, just me being a fan of IZZY. Like, I've literally watched every single Israel Adesanya fight since he's gotten into the UFC. Haven't missed one. And I don't know, man, UFC is a crazy sport. MMA is a crazy sport because the one thing that we always know is that it's a young man's game. It's like we see this time and time again where these guys stay in the sport too long, or they don't know when to walk. Guys, Israel Adesanya could have walked away from this sport a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sit here and say he could have walked away multiple fights ago, but he lost the belt to and this is kind of, as I think about it, it's kind of controversial. I guess the emotions are just raw, just flowing. Like, I just seen him get stopped, so it's just kind of crazy to see it. But I don't know, I just feel like at some point these guys got to figure out when they should walk away. I think financially for IZZY, he could have walked away, and he just didn't really look the same speed-wise, obviously. That's the one thing I can say. I mean, the loss to Sean Strickland really, I think it really broke IZZY. I think it really took something from him. And I don't want to say too much physically, just more so mentally. He just didn't look the same after that Sean Strickland fight. And a part of it could be just how many fights Israel has took since he came into the UFC, how many fights he's had before he's gotten to the UFC. He's had like over 100 combat fights. Like, I mean, the guy's 36 now. I mean, he's so well off. It's Israel Adesanya, like, he has a big name, a lot of things going on for him in his life. And again, this is a young man's game, and what they say, Father Time is undefeated. And Nasruddin, I always thought he was a good fighter, but he's starting to like leap now. He's starting to leap because for him to finish Israel the way I don't even think anybody has ever finished Israel like that outside of Alex Pereira inside the UFC. IZZY has lost to Duplessis by submission. He lost to Jan Blachowicz by decision. He lost to Alex Pereira by finish. I'm missing somebody. Oh, he lost to Sean Strickland by decision, and now he just lost to Imavov by knockout. So, yeah, the only other person that has finished. Oh, let me turn this off. I literally got the fight still playing, or the ESPN broadcast. But yeah, the only person that has been able to finish IZZY like that badly was Alex Pereira. So, and that was all the way in the 5th round. So for Imavov to finish him like that in the 2nd round, I'm just shocked. I gotta be honest with you, I'm shocked. Like, I wanted to make the video, man. I really wish I did. It would have been good for the channel, good for the algorithm, things like that. But it is what it is. Yeah, guys, y'all let me know what y'all think. As y'all can see, man, I'm legitimately shocked right now. Like I said, I thought that if Imavov was gonna win, he'd be able to get the wrestling going and kind of, not squeak out, but win a decision. I was not expecting him to finish IZZY. The title that I was gonna put for the video would have insinuated that, and it would have been good for the algorithm, good for the channel, things like that. But yeah, I just thought I wanted to be honest about what I was gonna do, and I'm not gonna sit here and act like I said, yo, Imavov is gonna get a finish in the 2nd round. I wanted to be 100% honest about that. But yeah, guys, just thank you to Israel Adesanya. Just, we should be saying thank you to him. I don't think he should continue to fight again. I mean, him walking away right now, it really doesn't do anything to his legacy. If anything, it just saves it, because, like, he's a 2-time middleweight champion. I mean, who does Israel Adesanya fight now? Does he take a Hamza Chimaev fight? We all know what's gonna happen in that fight, right? We don't have to be rocket scientists to know what's gonna happen if he takes that fight. I mean, what else is there for Israel Adesanya to do? Maybe if he wants to try to go fight, I would even suggest him to fight a light heavyweight, because those guys crack. So you're gonna go to light heavyweight and fight these guys that punch like Mack trucks. You just got finished by a middleweight. Imavov, I really genuinely don't see a reason for Israel to keep fighting. What I'm trying to do right now, guys, is just look for the middleweight rankings, but I think Izzy has beat a lot of people in the middleweight, in the middleweight already. So what's the reasoning here for him to stay? Oh my God, I don't know why this will not load. This is annoying as hell. Hold on. Oh God, right through this, because I want to really get this out to you guys as quickly as I can. So there's not gonna be any edits on this. For some odd reason, my phone doesn't want to load, but we're gonna just go right through it. So yeah, Izzy lost to Duplessis, who's the champion, lost to Sean Strickland, and he lost to both number 1 and number 2 convincingly. He beat Robert Whittaker like 3 times. The only other guy right there in the top 5 would be Hamza. And do we really want to see that fight? If you're an Izzy fan, do you really want to see Izzy fight Hamza? No, you don't want to see that. Nasruddin just knocked him out. And then from there is Kyle Barallo, who's a grappler, who's gonna grapple Izzy to death at this point in his career. You got Marvin Vettori, who Izzy beat twice. Izzy beat Jerry Cannonier. And then from there, guys, none of the fights make sense. Brandon Allen, Roman Dolidze, Paulo Costa, Izzy beat already. Then you got Fluffy Hernandez, Jack Hermanson, Shara, who just lost to MVP, Michel Pereira. So it's like, literally, Izzy needs to walk away from the sport. There's no reason for him to be fighting again. He's done enough for the sport. Came into the UFC undefeated, had all his losses in the UFC, the greatest organization in the world in terms of MMA. And yeah. I think he's the greatest middleweight of all time. It could be controversial. People are gonna say Anderson Silva. I guess you gotta say Anderson Silva because of the win streak. I guess that's more meaningful, but Izzy gotta be at least top 2. Top 3. I don't know who else you would put in there, but I say he's top 2 for sure. And yeah, guys, that's gonna do it for the video. Shout out to Nasruddin Imavov. I've seen the majority of his fights as well. I'm a hardcore, guys. I watch all the cards. Doesn't matter if it's a bad card, I watch them. But yeah, next up for Imavov, it's controversial. It could be controversial here because, I mean, you got Hamzat that's already sitting at 3, who blitzed Robert Whittaker. Then you got Imavov, who just beat number 2, one of the greatest middleweights, if not the greatest middleweight of all time, and he finished him. So after Duplessis and Strickland has this fight, who deserves a title shot next? There's a case for either guy. Do you give it to Hamza, who's obviously looked great at middleweight, or do you give it to Imavov, who's done more work, just finished? I kind of want them to give it to the one guy after the next. I really don't want to see Hamza versus Imavov. We know how that fight's gonna go. Hamza's gonna run him over. So I'd rather them just give the shot to Hamza, put Imavov on ice, because there's not really anybody else that could really deserve it anyways. I think that's how they should go with it, because middleweight's not looking that great anyways. And yeah, guys, that's gonna do it for the video. Again, thank you, Israel Adesanya, for everything, man. Like, it's been real, man. It's been like a movie watching this guy fight. It's been like a real life movie. Hopefully I can meet him one day. I did meet my boy Tony Ferguson, so you never know how this might play out. I might meet Izzy one day. And yeah, guys, chase your dreams, man. We seen Izzy do it. We see a lot of these guys do it. And it doesn't mean everything's gonna go the way you want it to go, but you gotta be just thankful for the little things. Be thankful for the fact that you woke up today. So yeah, catch you guys in the next video. Peace.